Hello, sir.
What's up, my brother?
Man, chilling, It's Friday, March 5th. Can you believe it's March already?
No.
No, I
mean,
can't
yeah,
either.
you're right. I mean, this year has just zoom.
Zoo. And we are back with EP 15.
Yeah, EP 15, chugging along.
Keeping it moving, man.
Speaking of chugging,
There you go. Cheers,
get a
my
couple
guy.
in. Cheers, my brother.
Welcome. We made it through another week.
Mm-hmm.
We are here. Once again, thanks everybody for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast. Hell, leave us a 5-star review for crying out loud.
Yeah, we'd appreciate that, man.
That'd be super cool.
That'd be real cool of you.
Really cool. And follow us on Instagram at around W the Boys. I love it's getting fun posting on there. I made some steaks last night.
Yeah, man, this dude had the slow-mo T-bone toss.
I've never done that slow-mo thing. It's pretty cool. You can edit it on there. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Quick shout out at Big Blue 70.
Yeah, man, he's a consistent liker.
He's a consistent
and
liker.
I assume he listens, and I hope you're listening in now. And dude, I hope you have a fuck of a weekend, bro.
Yeah, for
Chug
real.
one on us, man.
And real quick, his tagline.
Like a fuck of a weekend in a good way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to be
get out there
clear.
and dominate it, right?
Yeah.
Which makes sense because
Yep, hit it.
his Instagram bio, it just says "be phenomenal" or "be forgotten." So
That's all you need to know.
that's it. I mean, that's it. Enough said.
Yeah. Shout out Big Blue.
Shout out
70.
Big Blue. Man, last week we had the captain on the show with us.
Oh yeah. Captain DW.
Captain DW. Denny, thanks for coming out, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Listen to him and those stories and flipping that boat and shit.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty wild, man. You're 16, near-death experience like that,
I would have freaked out.
hell yeah, dude. But I thought the funniest part of that story, though, the boat washing up, and they having to go get it
Dude,
the next day,
No,
or not even the next.
it
Yeah,
was
excuse
that
me. Yeah,
night.
3:30 in the morning.
Man,
that's
you
hilarious.
go through all that shit, you almost die, and then it's you don't get to go to sleep. Actually, come back out on the north end and come get this thing.
That's hilarious, man.
Crazy.
But dude, shout out to him, man, and I'm definitely gonna hop on that boat soon, sooner than later.
I mowed my lawn today for the first time this year.
Dude, the grass is starting to turn
I'm
green.
jacked about it. That's it. That's the start. Here we go.
Yeah, dude, I'm real pumped.
No, yeah.
I mean, it's St. Patty's Day so unfortunately, I think it's on a Wednesday.
Ugh.
But whatever, dude. I mean, I'll have it
It
again
is a
that day.
Wednesday.
But I just love that month because it's green again.
It's
winter's on the way out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's like you're boarding the plane
Yep.
to nice Weatherville. It's here we go. April, you're getting on the runway, and May, you're just.
Dude, and all you want to do is get on the boat.
Oh my gosh, I thought about that today.
I can't wait,
dude.
Mm.
Man, not even just a fish, just to sit out there.
Yeah, just relaxing. Just drifting away, as they say.
I'm building the playlist.
Oh, the Summer Jam playlist.
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
I don't doubt it.
That's all I gotta say.
Can't wait for the mix.
There's a lot in the mix because I'm
Yeah.
good at it, which we'll get to.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, we just want to thank everybody. We officially hit 1,000 streams this week, which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
I didn't think.
yeah, I hope you said you have some champagne bottles still left over from when y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should officially pop one of those.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
To the other fridge. We'll get to it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pop it. But we also realized that we haven't really introduced ourselves.
Yeah.
And talked about ourselves. There's a couple fun facts and honestly a couple things about us that led us to why we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And how it's kind of come full circle and revamped the creativity side, I guess, in us.
Yeah.
You've always had it, but it's got me going again.
Well, I didn't realize. I mean, I figured that out at the end of high school, I guess.
Well, yeah.
That I had that creative side in me. But how about we just start? So we got let's see, how many facts do we got? 3?
A couple.
Yeah. So let's start with fun fact number 1.
Fun fact number 1. We had a rap group called Street Shepherds.
Yep. The name is real iffy, but
it's
when you're 17, man,
yeah,
we just try to think of something, and That's what we landed on, so we ran with it.
Yeah, and
as
it's
hard
not,
as we could.
Not people confuse it with the Street Shepherds. Like
No,
it was just
that's our friends making fun of us. That's what that was.
Exactly.
The
Well,
Street
yeah,
Shepherds.
okay, that was our friends making fun of us. But it was more. So that consisted of Jimmy right here, and then our good buddy Mikey, right, the plumber. We've talked about him. And I was the DJ.
Yeah.
And
DJ Dunna.
But it all started senior year of high school though.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we were huge rap fans. Like we've always been hip hop fans. Every time a new album would drop, like you didn't just add it to your library on your phone like you can do in seconds now. Like you had to drive your ass to the store, buy that thing, and bring it home.
Oh yeah.
And James, he had this old Explorer. The CD player fucking sucked, so he always had to have the original copy. And I'd go buy that shit. And I'd take it home and I'd burn copies for everybody. And by the time school was out, I'd be sitting in the parking lot, 4 or 5 burned CDs, the original for James, and we're rolling.
Yeah, and then I had enough of that because I wanted to create my own mixtapes, man.
Exactly.
And like, well, yeah, I mean, rapping wise, but and I got a new damn CD player. Because the hell with that. And once we figured out we could like record a whole list of like 90 of them.
Oh yeah,
have like 150 songs on a CD.
That was the first MP3.
Yeah.
Like,
we talked about it on a couple episodes ago, but like that was the heat, man.
But yeah, senior high school, that's like when we started learning.
Yeah.
We got a mic, right? We tied it to the paddle fan.
Yeah, we bought this little bootleg ass fucking like you holding a little event at the school or something, mic, you know? And we bought that and we downloaded some audio software.
I think it was
on Mikey's little shitty ass laptop.
It was Audacity, and then y'all moved to Traction.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was, but like the
original one was.
We were literally in like the back room at my house, like tied the mic around the ceiling fan so we could have it hanging above us because we didn't have like a little mic stand.
Dude, and then we took a solo cup.
Yep.
And we cut the top off and put a pantyhose over it for a pop blocker.
Yeah, dude. So it was all the way bootleg, and we were absolute garbage at the beginning.
It was so bad.
It was fucking bad. But you got to crawl before you walk.
Yeah, there was another guy.
Not to mention, I'm white as shit.
Shout out to Fade.
Fade.
You know who you are, Fade.
Big AZ.
Big AZ, Fade.
Yeah, but so it's also funny because like I'm white as hell. I grew up in a middle class neighborhood, so there's nothing to it. I just honestly, to be real, I just loved it so much. I wanted to do it, and so I did it.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean.
Everyone, like, dude, listen, like if you haven't driven in your car with the volume up, rapping a verse hard as fuck, like you're lying.
Yeah,
like
the car, the shower,
whatever,
doesn't matter. When you're running, you're out there power running. Yeah, I don't listen to fucking music when I run, but I know some people do. Like Branch is psycho ass.
Yeah, well, a lot of people do, like when they work out. But like, no, it puts you in a mood, like we said, like riding a church ball, right?
Yeah.
Blasting Lil Jon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or How We Do by The Game, right?
Dude,
like,
do you remember, we'll get back to topic. Well, this is on topic, but do you remember the first time you saw his eyeballs when he wasn't wearing the glasses? I didn't know who the fuck it was.
I don't think I've ever asked.
Man looks like an alien, son.
Are you serious?
Yeah, check him out. Google him right now. Or not now, but like
I'm gonna slap a picture of him without his glasses on the video.
Because dude, he was constantly wearing glasses, and when I saw him without him, I'm like, that's what?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it just looked weird. I mean, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. I mean, I was like young, but now I kind of want to look at it. But I just remember his eyes being kind of crazy and like.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, but dude, if he's always wearing shades, it's got to be for a reason. And then like,
cause he's got googly eyes.
Yeah. Oh, wall-eyed motherfucker, dude.
Wall-eyed. Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding, dude. No offense to anybody out there.
Yeah, especially you, Lil Jon.
Yeah.
But,
you got rid. He doesn't give a shit.
He don't give a damn, dude. But anyway, so we're wrapping on things progress. Right? After senior year, I go off to Virginia Tech, and I become super interested. And I'll tell you why I got interested. I was at a party at Will Archer's house on Green Street, which is where the tailgate. Listen,
that
people know like where Green Street is.
That sounds like a great tailgate.
Dude, so
street.
Listen, it was a big house that someone bought. And they put a wall in the middle of it. It was 3-bed, 2-bath on the left, 3-bed, 2-bath on the right, identical, mirrored.
Yeah.
Right. And all 6 of them got in there, so they're all homies, and they just put a door in the wall, so it was a big open thing. And we're there after a game one night, my sophomore year. Yeah, fall semester, sophomore year, Virginia Tech's balling. We're like top 10, right? And I get a hold of the laptop that's playing the music, and it's packed. I'm telling you, both like how apartments, living rooms, whatever, are shoulder to shoulder. And like when you're that young in college, everyone's grinding on each other. You know what I'm saying? And then now, mind you, this is 2007.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Damn! Damn! No way! No way! There's
All
Little
right.
John's eyes.
I'm gonna.
No way!
All right, dude. I'm gonna snapshot that. Oh, man.
Shit!
Yeah, we'll definitely
Show the camera.
Oh no, dude, I can't.
I'll put the
I'm not
picture on
taking
the
my
vid.
ass over there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, dude, but continue to.
That was hilarious. Holy shit!
All right, continue the story. Man.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Sorry, dude.
So,
I spilled
wow, I
beer
just
all
had
over
that photo. I
myself.
had that photo just in my eyes now.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, he is a DJ, but my eyes don't look like that. Anyway,
So you were pumping the party.
so yeah, so I'm at this party, right? And this shoulder to shoulder, and I get a hold, and I open 2 browser tabs, and I go to YouTube on both of them,
yeah.
and I start picking songs, and I'd drop the volume on one, and it switch the other browser,
Nice.
and put the volume up on that, and I was just. And for 2 hours straight, I was just banger after banger after banger after banger.
Of course,
So no one could
DJ
fuck with me.
Dummy.
I was in the zone, dude. And like, I'm looking around and people are loving it. And I'm like, oh, I need to do this. This is my calling. Wasn't my calling.
Hey, but it was fun though.
But it was fun. So anyway, I get this little thing and I start DJing parties at Virginia Tech in apartments. And so I ended up coming back to Wilmington after my sophomore year up there. And I get back and these dudes, his eyes are crazy.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead.
And James and Mike have been rapping in the shed,
Yeah.
putting together. I think you guys had 2 or 3 songs. when I
Yeah.
came
So
back.
like we started. We graduated from the microphone with the ceiling fan deal.
Like a real one.
Yeah, and we got. It's actually the same company that we're using right now. We went to the little music
Audio-
shop in town and
Audio Technica.
yeah,
Shout out Audio Technica. Yep.
Audio Technica. But anyway, went to the little music shop in town. We're like, yeah, we're just looking for mics, this, that, and the other. He's like, yeah, microphones. Yeah, you guys in a band or just that?
You
No.
can call it that.
No, dude, we rap, you know. It's not like, because it wasn't like gangster rap, dude. I wasn't like pushing
No, dude.
bricks of cocaine and shit. Like, you know, I was just a little hellion, getting drunk, fighting occasionally, and you know, just going wild.
It was party rap, dude.
Yeah, that's
party
it's
rap.
literally what it was. I
Yeah.
mean, and it was a good time, dude. It was a good outlet. Because honestly, I'll be real with you. Like because I played soccer in college, my freshman year at Gardner Webb, and we talked about that before. But anyway, after soccer, dude, I didn't know, and this is just real. I didn't know what to do with my life.
Yeah.
Because only thing I cared about in this world was soccer and my friends,
Right.
and obviously my family. But like that's all I cared about: soccer and hanging out with my buddies.
Yeah.
And then when that's over,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah.
So I had to do something
Right.
to get my mind, like, to keep me sane.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, and then so we started rapping. But
But I come back from tech. I find out, my mom tells me like a month before my 21st birthday that on my 21st birthday, I inherit $12,000 from fucking Rubbermaid. Apparently, I fell out a Little Tykes toy when I was a 2-year-old, 3-year-old child. I was under contract as a baby model. So I should have been in the fucking Bounty commercial where they
Yeah.
knock the juice off the thing. I'm sorry, right? The little baby in the thing. That's me. I got all the way to the final shoot. At the final shoot, they tell my mom, "Oh, you can't be in here." She's like, "What are you talking about?" It's my kid. He's 3 years old. Like, I'm his mother, right? They made her leave, and I cried. And they took the kid. They took the next kid because he didn't cry.
Yeah.
So fuck me, right? But anyway, I cut my head on this Little Tykes toy. My mom calls and she's like, "Hey, it was the little village with the pointy trees at the end, right?"
Yeah.
And she says, "I'm not trying to cause a scene. I just think you guys should recall this toy. My kid cut his head. He's under contract. He has 5 stitches in his forehead." And 3 days later, a man in a suit shows up to the crib from Rubbermaid, which owns Little Tykes. And he's like, "We don't want you to sue. Let's settle." She's like, He's like, "Nope, let's settle because this could come back. Like, you know, you could say you're not, and then a year later, you are." And they said he can get 10 grand when he turns 18 or 12 grand when he turns 21. And she elected for the 21. And I had no idea until a month before my 21st birthday,
Mm-hmm.
which was crazy because I was struggling, fucking struggling.
Yeah.
Like, we all were struggling.
Yeah,
Like,
chop top Bronco.
yeah, Bronco with no top, which was still a badass vehicle, and and the guy that bought it redid it. It's badass. Anyway, but like just hard. Had so many bills, and like we were busting our ass. I was busting my ass at Moe's all fucking day just to get by. Anyways, that comes. I get a Gateway computer, which Gateway's not even a company anymore, and it's a multimedia laptop. I'm like, boys, let's fucking do this shit. And we move into Clear Run, and I'm telling you right now, that corner unit closest to Might As Well in phase 2, that closet saw hours and hours of fucking hard work and absolute fucking bars.
Yeah, dude.
Bars, son. Now listen, people, you guys are probably thinking, oh yeah, if you want to go listen to it, go. It's on datpiff.com. Bus Pass to First Class, Volume 1, right? Search Jimmy the Kid and Mikey Mack, or Mikey Mack and Jimmy the Kid, however it is. But it's Bus Pass to First Class. I'm going to post a link too.
Yeah, I was about to say, we'll put a link. You'll be able to click it.
But I'm here to tell you right now, there's 17 tracks on there, and we're no bullshit. We was on the radio.
Yeah, we were on the local radio. They had this thing called Local Limelight or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like we submitted our shit, and they had people.
I turned Coast 97.3
Yeah,
97.me.
Yeah. So we had like I remember, so like just like a quick insert of like when John got that money, and then we actually got, you know, good equipment and stuff like that. We had decent stuff, and we were rapping in Mikey's grandfather's like shed out in the backyard.
No, listen, when I got that money, real quick, a majority of it went to bills. I spent less than $1,000.
Yeah,
went
we
to
did
our
get
equipment.
better. We got a better
computer. That's all we got.
Yeah, okay.
The mic and traction was the program.
Okay. We no longer had to like. We used to be like mid song, and the shit would just shut off.
Yeah.
Think about that, dude. All your work, everything you just spent 4 hours on.
Yep.
Over.
Oh, that old gray laptop.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah, like so before you like had that, we had that fucking thing.
The Maroon Beast.
And dude, we were in Mikey's grandfather's shed, and I'm talking wintertime, summertime. In the wintertime, we were the fucking icicles in there, dude. We had this little bootleg ass heater that like you just it was the kind that just it got hot and you stood near it and you got warmer. Mm-hmm. Like that was it. And Mikey would
Mikey Mac Freestyle was recorded in like 30-degree weather in that shed.
Yeah, and like what he would do, like, because he wasn't 21 yet. And I wasn't 21. I was fucking 20, 19, whatever. And he was like 17, but he would fucking steal his grandfather's wine and like come out there and just slam them things. His grandfather never said nothing because Mikey went through some shit growing up. Yeah. And anyway, his grandpa was like, you know, his main father figure, but he let shit slide because he's from New York. This man. Shout out to the Clovers.
Yeah. You know, listen,
that's who Mr. Marty represents.
Do not mess with this man. That's it.
Yeah, he's a G. He'd sit right here and tell us some crazy shit. But anyway, that's another tale. But anyway, he'd come out there and we would make music like I said, winter, summer, all the time. Like the church folks, Mikey's I'll never forget this shit. We came back inside because we were sweating our ass off like on this one summer day just to get some water. And we didn't realize his grandma's like church group was there.
Oh shit,
dude! And I mean, like we're reeking of alcohol, you know.
Oh yeah, because y'all just slam a beast in that shit.
Yeah. The Milwaukee's best.
Milwaukee's best light.
Go out there, treat yourself, get you a good buzz.
$6.
That's what I got in high school all the time. If I didn't get 40s, I got Milwaukee's best.
All the fucking
$6.38, and you're drunk.
Nah, $6.21. You give me $6.25. You flip me a quarter.
Don't care. Anyway, so yeah, we do that, man. But we walked in there, dude, just smelling like beer, just getting some water, and like 8 old ladies are staring at us, and like two like older guys, like, gentlemen, how are we today? I'm like, oh my god. Well, we're making hot fire in the shed. If y'all want to come out there and jam, no, we didn't say that, but we were.
Y'all want to
like,
get saved?
Yeah, you know, like doing their like Catholic thing. But anyway, it was just stuff like that. So it was cool. Like the first time we were on the radio, and again, this is pre like John coming back. First time we were on the radio, we were sitting in Mikey's Stratus, this broke down ass Stratus.
I was on the phone with you on speaker
in his grandfather's driveway, and they played our song. It like looking back on it, was like it was the best worst song we had. Meaning like it was the best one.
Area codes?
No, dude, it was Tears.
Tears. That song is not on the mixtape.
Tears rolling down my eyes. Anyway, dude.
Oh, man.
It was fucking crazy, but it actually made it.
Yeah,
and then we listened to all of them. We were like, dang. And I just remember like we were freezing out there listening, but it came on. We were hyped as shit, and that there is what sparked me wanting to be like in the creative aspect of life. Like from then on, I was like, I'm hooked. I'm there. You know what I mean?
So
and then now we fast forward back to like John's time. I just had to divulge into like it was like that, and then we would also. My brother had a what's those trifolds from school. So when he was done with his project, we used to put it in his room.
Oh yeah, that was the.
And we'd put the egg crates on there, and like we'd kick. My brother is like 7.5 years younger than me, and I'm 19. Like get out of here. We'd rap in his room,
beat it, jump.
Yeah, because my dad had turned my old room into an office, and we just one-story house, so it's like, just hey, get out, like we're using this space. But anyway, dude, fast forward to you into so we really kicked it off.
So we really kicked it off, and like you had there was a few songs already done, and then we are at Masonboro Forest. It's summer. Right, I had just gotten the computer. We got the program on there. We record a couple things. We're like, oh shit, we can do this now. Like now we have the fucking machine, and we're in the pool with Patrick and all them, and we come up with a hook, which ends up being the song called "Bout It, Bout It."
Yeah,
Bout It" is recorded over the beat for Gin and Juice. Hands down the most popular song I think we did.
Yeah, and if I might add, it's probably the best remix of a song you've ever heard. And here's what I mean by that. You listen to it and you forget the other song.
Exactly.
That's
exactly right. It's exactly right. And there's both Mikey and James. Mikey goes first, right? And James second. And both verses, every bar is just boom. And it all flows, and both verses end with just disgusting punchlines, which you'll have to go listen to.
Oh yeah, man, and you enjoy. You'll just smile too, because you gotta
smile.
You gotta imagine like
we're in a pool.
My 19-year-old self,
we were a little older than that.
No, at that time. Well, I'm just saying when we started. Some of those songs on there, I was it was like the progression from 19 to about 21.
You can see
it's like when all those songs were compiled. Right. We were just making them as we had time to do it.
Yeah,
but dude, we were sitting at the pool. We had beers because we were fucking young.
We were in college, dude.
We were hammered. We were trying to see who could swim the fastest, drunk as shit.
Yeah,
like dude. That's all we were doing. But then that song fucking hit us. Like
someone was like, "Hey," someone said, "Hey, how you feel?"
Yeah, that's right.
And you're like, "Man, I'm about it." Or it's like, "How do you feel about that?" And someone was like, "I'm about it."
It was like it etched together like that, and then we picked the pieces together,
and then it just turned into this.
Yeah,
I remember deciding on that beat, recording the hook, and listening back to it the very first time, and going, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, because like what else we did, I thought was, pretty cool and kind of innovative. I mean, it's been obviously done all these backup vocals with music and all that, but on certain hooks, we would mix our voices together.
Yeah.
So it was like one voice, but it was ours mixed together.
Yeah, y'all just double check each other's voices.
Yeah. But I mean, it was like not many artists, like rappers, like do that because it's mainly like individual shows.
Mm-hmm.
Or shows, I mean, like individual, like this is my shit, this is your shit. I'll be on the hook, but none of them like mixed their voices together.
I mean, we were driving.
That was kind of like a symbolism thing. I don't know. I thought it was fucking cool.
Yeah, whatever. I remember leaving the pool and driving home in the Bronco with no top on it, just putting together the hook in the pool, and then god damn, we had a website, streetshepherd's1.com.
Yeah,
we had,
which was clever. It was WON.
Yeah.
.com.
And honestly, we were so ahead of our time. We used Reverb Nation. That was like the thing. Like that was the SoundCloud, I guess you would say back then. With like a player and everything. I mean, we had I think the final numbers ended up being close to like 16 or 17,000 listens, and I think 6,000 or 7,000 downloads.
I mean, we did a lot of concerts too. So like that was another thing. That was honestly the concerts. You want to talk about a rush?
Holy shit!
Like that was fucking fun. I mean, dude, because and we get stage fright, but you got to go up there. Your shit starts playing. You got to go.
But like not just like they booked us for a concert. Like you guys did a rap battle in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Right. We did 2 or 3 concerts at the Sandbar, which were like planned for us.
2 or 3. Shit.
Well, yeah, the Girls Gone Wild.
We did Girls Gone Wild.
Patrick's birthday.
And
then
I think we at least performed there 6 times. for sure.
Popping every single time.
But dude, because that's when we bought T-shirts and shit. I mean, we did all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
the Girls Gone Wild thing. Our buddy Tesh brought Girls Gone Wild in, which was hilarious.
Dude, it was awesome.
I mean, yeah, but it was crazy how you got that.
Dude, it
done.
was crazy. I was in the DJ booth looking down on you guys performing on the stage, and I have to find the photo.
Yeah.
And dude, there's people. It's shoulder to shoulder, and y'all are just. And I'm sitting there. I mean.
And that's the thing. And like, honestly, I'm sitting here thinking about it. Like, what gives you the best thrill out of hearing your stuff on the radio, concerts, or like when you finish that song and you're like, dude, all right, we don't need to edit it anymore.
See, that's like a thrill for you guys because you guys did the like engineer, like Mikey knew that program, right?
Oh yeah.
And then he'd be like, all right, I saved it, take over, and I'd go in and I would kind of put a little touches on it. Convert it, move it to YouTube, find a picture, create some bullshit ass off PowerPoint that I would probably snip it and use. Like it was all
well, that was the thing.
Behind the scenes, it was bootleg, but it's fire. But that sounds great.
Yeah, but that's a big thing though because we did it on our own.
We did it on our own.
You know, we didn't pay studio time and didn't have like
never will.
You know, didn't have like some influencer.
Well, so. Fat Pat, shout out Fat Pat.
Oh, he mastered
a few of the
yeah, he would master because we took it to the radio and they played it and they're like, hey, you need to master this thing. We were like, what? You know, because we had a bootleg thing. But anyway, yeah, this guy we called Fat Pat, who still to this day has done like some work for me. Coolest guy ever.
Yeah, genius behind the mixer board.
Hell yeah,
for real.
But shout out to Fat Pat. But anyway, dude, like. All that stuff together, I mean, that was, I'm not gonna lie, that was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was wild. And then people start listening, and they're like, "Oh,
and we performed in some sketchy ass places too.
Yeah, downtown, the Gentleman's Club. Remember, we were walking through the mall.
That's no longer there.
We were walking through the mall that day.
Yeah,
kid walks up with a flyer. He's like, "Hey, yeah, rap battle down," and we said, "Oh, word."
Yeah,
and came down there and shut the shit down.
Yeah,
like it was incredible.
We were like, "Yeah, do you mind if we go?" And then, because they were like the main act.
Yeah.
And we get down there, and it's, you know, in a sketchy neighborhood, and
yeah, I mean, a few of our friends showed up, and we were definitely like probably the only white people there, but vibing, having a blast.
Oh, dude, that didn't matter because as soon
didn't matter,
dude. No, here's the deal.
That was the thing. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
You look at my ass and you're like, what the hell is this guy about to go on stage and do? And dude, they're all looking at us like, get the fuck out of here, you know, like, dude, already just talking shit.
Before, so nervous, dude, my heart was
before
racing.
we even grabbed a microphone. Now, keep in mind, this is a little, you know, treat that he left out. This was our first concert.
This was the first concert.
This was the first one we had ever done.
Holy shit!
You know, we'd been on the radio a few times. We thought that was cool.
And y'all knew you were doing it about 6-7 hours beforehand.
Yeah, tops. And because we just, like I said, we randomly were at the mall and this guy came up to us. Yeah. Anyway, we're like, all right, we're going to do this damn concert. So these guys are like, yeah, y'all go first, you know? Yeah, we'll let y'all go. Apparently, these idiots didn't listen to our music prior to the show.
We did, yeah, because we gave him the link to our website. We had the website.
But he didn't listen. This guy, I think, had planned to send us up there, make fools out of ourselves, and then he goes and he's the man.
He was the dude that was like, all right, y'all go first.
No,
the dude that handed us the flyer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know, because it was his.
Damn, you're right.
It was his ordeal. But anywho, so me and Mikey get up there, and at this point we were young as shit, like 19, 17, or no, maybe 20 and 18. But anywho,
dude, we had the website going.
Whatever, dude. So we get up there, and they're already talking shit, you know, like just testing us. You know what I mean?
What song did you guys do? What was the first song you did?
Fuck, I don't remember, dude. I got up there. I mean, we're talking about the age groups in this here, 15 to 30 to 40, you know, like whatever. But like the young kids just sitting there smoking blunts and drinking 40s, like no doubt about it. And so we were like, hell yeah, this is, you know, no problem here. And we got there talking shit, and we played the first song, and man, they were all looking at us like, no fucking way. Dude,
I want to say it was Bout It. I think we had just finished Bout It.
I don't think that's the first thing we did. But I don't know. Like I said, I blacked out. But all I can tell you is this: we went up there and rocked the fucking house, and they fucking loved it. They loved it so much that like
They kept you up there.
Yeah, and we did because we were only supposed to do like 3 songs, and we ended up doing like 5 or 6.
I brought my DJ thing.
Yeah.
It was in the car.
Yeah.
And I had y'all CD. We had like 8 songs, I think, at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, do another. And I'm like,
all right.
And I had plugged my shit in. I took over their audio thing and I plugged it in. And I was like, damn, this is crazy.
But dude, it was so cool. And when I talk about that feeling, like when they responded the way they did,
yeah,
you know, you're just sitting up there with a damn microphone in your hand, like, oh yeah,
the beat drops.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're on, and dude, they loved it. I was
like,
hell
30 seconds in, dude, everything changed.
Yeah,
everything changed. And even y'all's like performance, like once they got into it, you guys just brought the shit. And then we did, so we ended up doing 2 more songs.
Yeah, because it was cool because they didn't know what was coming next.
Yeah, no clue.
We were like, what the fuck? These guys just got our ass, and now they're way unpredictable. And then like, because see what we had to do, we obviously couldn't afford to buy beats, so we had to, you know, pull the 50 Cent G-Unit way of doing it and rap over other people's beats.
Everybody bootlegged this shit.
Yeah, but that's what you did. So anyway, that's what
a mixtape is.
And so they would recognize the beat, and they couldn't believe what we had did to the song.
Yeah,
that was what we were kind of known for. We would
the
make songs
artistry
ourselves.
behind making y'all songs.
Yeah, because we'd make a known song our own, and they would not be.
Listen, there's
compared.
beats with the Universal movie studios intro.
Well, that shout out to Developed Entertainment.
It murdered this. So he did the Red Carpet Freestyle, which go to the mixtape, you'll see it. That's Universal shit. Mozart.
Mm-hmm.
That beat that beat should have won you Raleigh Rap Off.
Yeah,
but that's a different story. God, a couple others.
Yeah, but to wrap up that concert though, the other guys bitched out and didn't perform, and so
really, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, because this is how it concluded. Those guys were gonna get up there and they were like, "Oh man, the audio is not working, the mics ain't working," and we were,
that's right.
And we were like, "We didn't break them, dude. We literally just went up there and did that and just handed them back to you." And they were like, "Well, it ain't working now," and everybody was pissed in the crowd. So there was like a back part, like if you like on stage to the left, and it was like I don't know, it was like an open room. It was weird, but it was just like tile floor and open. And so like the whole crowd went in there and they formed a circle and they started freestyle battling.
Oh yeah.
And they demanded me and Mikey get in line.
Well, that's what you were good at though back then.
Yeah, back then I was pretty decent at it, but they demanded us get in line. And so we were just passing the hot potato around, just dropping bars. Dude, it was fucking awesome. Like
crazy.
just getting down and just being honestly, it was being accepted like, "Hey man, you actually got some skill. I appreciate that." And I was like, "Hell yeah."
And not even accepted it. Getting respect for your artistry.
Well, that's what I'm talking
about. For
about.
Taking beats and completely making people forget about the original song, which is the whole idea.
Yeah, man, it was fucking awesome. So, whatever, we tried our best and had a fucking blast doing it. I can tell you that.
We were just 10 years ahead of our time.
That's all there was to it.
That's all. But so anyway, check it out. DatPiff. I'll post the link.
Yeah.
So that is the first fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
The second fun fact is that you are an actor, producer, and writer now. Yeah. So after this man does the rapping thing, which was a blast. I mean, for 2 years, we ran hard with it. Mm-hmm. Man decides senior year, he wants to become an actor.
Yeah. But see, that goes back to that whole, like, soccer was everything. And then, you know, rap was like, it was fun as shit, but, like, it wasn't
realistic.
Yeah, realistic, and it just wasn't, I don't know. At the time, it just wasn't, you know, you're not going to make it, bud.
Yeah.
Kind of scenario.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we weren't looked at the same, and that's whatever. I don't really give a shit, but what rap did, and all those concerts, all that, gave me the confidence to go out there and try this acting deal.
Crazy.
Which I did not know how fucking sensitive and all that shit, because, like, you know, because like, it was my senior year of college. I was like, what the hell am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
Like, I did one interview for a company called Cintas, like, to drive around the trucks picking up the mats, the dirty shit. And, like, I was sitting in that interview, and it was, like, the most fake thing I've ever done in my life. Like, I know acting's fake, but it's real emotion. And I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is whack, dude. Like, I cut grass. I do other shit like that. Like, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you guys. And so I was like, you know what? I'll take this elective called acting for non-majors. And I took that, and I was like, this is pretty wild. Because, like, my whole life, man, like, I didn't do my homework. Literally, I would say I had my homework done because my dad didn't really care that much. My mom did.
Yeah.
So if she believed me, then I could go watch a movie with my dad, but, like, before we went to sleep. My entire, all the way through senior year in high school, and then that 1 year when I came back, you know, to UNCW,
Right.
movie every night, dude. So I was like, you know what? I could do this. And so anyway, I took that class, met up with this other guy, and went and studied in NIU for like they call it an intensive, so it was like 2 weeks of like acting training for the Meisner method, and it was fucking wild, dude. Like,
Tell the people, who was your teacher?
my teacher was Catherine Gately and Richard Poole. They're married, but like they kept their names because of whatever. But
Right.
but it was the Gately Poole intensive, and she's pretty famous, or she's famous in the terms of
For what she does.
yeah, but she taught James Gandolfini.
Who is Tony Soprano?
Yeah.
For those that don't know.
Yeah, so
Rest in peace.
so that, yeah, for sure. But anyway, so that was, I didn't even realize that until I got there. But whatever, because like I had a teacher refer me to this, you know, like
Dude, I remember you telling us, you're like, I'm going to go to Chicago for a couple weeks and go to acting school. We were like, the fuck did he just say?
that's what I'm saying, like, dude.
Like, because people, listen, you were the last person in the world to expect to go away, first of all, because you're such a homebody, for 2.5, 3 weeks to Chicago in January.
Yeah,
You hate the cold.
yeah, it was like every January for I can't,
To acting school.
3 years or 4 years, I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, because it was wild. I'm not gonna lie, going up there, like the first time I went.
Hey, let me grab one of those. I got Yinglings in a big fridge to trade you.
Yeah, the first time I went, man, like
Struggle.
like opening up, you know what I mean? Because like, dude, we had been rapping. We'd had to like, because dude, when you tell somebody you rap, they automatically like, are you tough, man? Dude, like what the, you know what I'm saying? They're like, what are you wearing? Like a fucking t-shirt, some jeans and shoes. Like, you don't look the part. Like, yeah, but I just love making music.
Rap's poetry.
Well, I just love making music. Like, period.
Yeah.
You know, because like everybody loves music, so why not make it? Trust me, you love music. Go out there and try to make some music. And when you first make your little tune, you're gonna be the happiest camper alive.
I can't even tell you. After when listening back to like, you know, a couple of podcasts, you're like, oh man.
Well, yeah, I mean, even with the podcast, yeah, you're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, like I went up there and had to break out of my shell, and like, and Catherine, and that's the thing, like she's like demanded you call her by her first name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. And she like sat me down, like, what's the deal? And I was like, I'll be honest, man. Some of this stuff we're doing, like, because at the time, you know, I'm 22, and like we're doing yoga, we're doing all this stuff, and this is 2010 or 2012 or whatever. I don't know.
It's 2010.
But we're doing all this stuff, you know, these breathing exercises and being real, like some psychology shit. And she was like, well, you want to go home? And I was like,
damn.
And this was after we'd done this whole like little skit and everything. And she brought me over there, and she grew up in Boston. Like, you know, no nonsense, just straight to the point.
Yep.
And I was like, I told her, I said, well, you know, I'll be honest with you, if, you know, my buddy saw me doing this stuff, it'd be, you know, I don't know if I could go home type deal. But she was like, no, she said something about you have the courage to put yourself out there kind of deal. She was like, you got to understand what you're doing is showing what somebody is trying to display through written word. Like you're portraying the message, and that's all it is, you know? And she really sat me down about it and was like, it's okay. You know, because it was an exercise about like Illinois and the 18, like pre-Civil War, like when Lincoln was a boy, talking about how like kids, I appreciated school and this, that, and the other. And like all I heard was my grandpa saying like the hell was like they didn't even graduate, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that kind of mess. And I was like, dude, I'm sure my relatives didn't do that school shit. Like, you know what I mean? And I just had this attitude about it. And she was like, look, you gotta your life, toss that out the fucking window. It's about the life of the character, period.
Right.
End of story. And I was like, okay, I can dig that. And then she pushed me to the envelope, or pushed the envelope for me and made me get out of my shell.
Yeah.
They did all sorts of shit. Like I had to, the hardest one I ever did, I had to be I was a gay Jew in a concentration camp in Nazi Germany. And what I had to do, I had to stay you had to stay still or they shoot you. This was like I don't even remember the play. I can't remember if it was a play. I think it was a play. But the whole thing was you can't move or they shoot you. It was like a game they played with you, a mental game. And like my I was a gay guy, right? So my lover was like 6 feet from me. It's weird that you say 6 feet and like they said it then, but it's like the whole COVID thing. Anyway,
Right.
that's weird. But anyway, I had to like portray like my love to him like silently, you know what I mean? Without the guards noticing. And I was like, dude, and I know they gave me that to like, hey, get outside of your zone. Like they were like, what will fuck him up the most?
Yeah.
And that's how they treated me. And I was like, dude, that's why I went back so many times.
Expose your weaknesses.
Oh man, they
Yeah.
pinpointed the shit out of them, man. They would push the envelope so hard, man, and test me.
Right.
And that was the hardest one. But I fucking, like, I'm not homosexual. I have no problem with anybody who is. But it's hard for a man who's not to get there.
Right. Yeah. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's when I realized, like, dude, this is true craft, dude. It takes talent. And then, to be honest, you book your real job, you book your first job, and it's like nothing like training, because you got fucking 50 people running around doing little tasks, light guys, camera guys, sound guys, fucking note takers,
It's like to me it sounds like the training is like, in the movie when someone's going through something and all of a sudden it's like boom, there's like a little thing in their head, someone's in their head like don't blah, 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 blah. Like that's Catherine.
Oh, for sure.
And then you're there in the setting, all this is going on, and it's a mental battle. It's all a mental battle.
Yeah, but they taught us how to escape. Like they teach you
That's
that
crazy.
mess. But even though when you're on set, a lot of times, like in shots, you have to walk awkwardly or stand awkwardly or do different things like that to make the shot look right.
Yeah.
And you have to still escape that part. So it's like I credit them with all that stuff. And I mean, and I'm my biggest, like, everything I've done acting wise, I'm like, dude, that fucking sucked. Because like
I know, dude. Like,
know.
listen, like real acting things. I remember. So when you booked your first big gig, right? Your first feature film.
my first gig was 42.
Was 42, right? The baseball movie about Jackie Robinson, which Chad Boseman.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. Incredible actor. And we were at Ducks Unlimited Oyster Roast.
Yeah.
At the Battleship. It was a beautiful night, and your phone rings. And he's like, "Oh shit, I got this." And he walks away, and I hear him. And he's talking, and he looks at me. He hangs up the phone, and he just yells, "Fuck yes!" And we lost it. Holy shit, this dude just booked, which a great film, huge film.
Yeah.
And yeah, you played you were in a scene on the Phillies or whatever it was, but man, word spread like wildfire that night. We left, got beers, went to the house, pre-gamed, and we went down to the Rice Beach Bars, 22 North. Those of you who know, you know. And we walked in, and I guess about 3 or 4 hours had gone by since news had broke, which sounds like fucking weird. And you would have thought, man, you won a fucking Oscar. Because all of our friends were there. Everyone went out that night. It was a Saturday night. And I mean, dude, we walked in and it was just, oh shit.
It was fucking awesome. In reality, the role had 6 lines, and they ended up getting cut out of the film anyway, because that part, if they would have kept it, it was rated R,
Yeah.
if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
So they took that out, and that was no biggie to me, because I didn't really want to start my career on that note anyway.
Of course.
But the feeling, to me, I accepted all the celebration because it was the accomplishment of doing it.
Of course,
right?
dude, and like it was all warranted.
Oh yeah, dude, it was
right?
fucking
Like
sick.
you deserved the celebrations for that shit. But
Yeah.
and then you just kept going, right? Like Iron Man 3.
Yeah, so look, that was the second thing I'd ever booked. That was 2 months after I had done the Jackie Robinson thing, maybe less.
Yeah.
Okay, and this I know we were 23 because
Did we tell the story about this? We can let it slide.
Yeah. But anyway, I booked. I know, well, it was actually it was a whole monologue, but they cut it like to one line on that. And but I was pivotal to the story in Iron Man 3. If you actually go watch the movie, you'll see my ass pop up.
He plays Chad Davis.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out why I blew up and all that. But I'll be honest with you. You want to talk about nervous sweating? I ain't never sweat because I was on set of like, dude, it was so serious on that. This, like, you got to remember, this was my second film. So the first one, it was cool because it was baseball. Oh, fun fact about that, it was I was trying out for a baseball part, obviously.
Yeah.
And I hadn't played baseball since I was
Oh my God,
14.
we did grounders for days.
Dude, I was fielding ground balls
Every day.
because I had to go try out with dudes in AAA ball, like legit ball players.
I know. Me and
I'm
Taylor
out there
would
and
be out there
fucking-
every day with you
yeah.
doing ground balls.
And Taylor, our buddy Scene, who's been on the other episodes, man, he was pinging them at me. John was catching, like, and I went down there, dude, and I'm like, these are legit ball players. I'm out there in fucking soccer shorts and soccer cleats because I ain't got fucking baseball cleats and all that. I borrowed somebody's glove. I borrowed Taylor's glove. That's who it was.
First baseman's glove.
Nope, it was his other one that's autographed.
Oh,
He
yeah.
let me take the autograph one down there.
Ah.
Yeah, and it was badass. And dude, they put me on fucking third on a legit ball field, and I'm taking ground balls from these people, dude, like hurling them to first. A couple of them were one hoppers. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Doesn't
dude,
matter.
I hadn't thrown a.
Did you let a ball go by you?
Fuck no.
That's all. It doesn't matter.
Listen.
Does not matter.
I
If you
was
shot the
still
ball, it doesn't matter.
look. I was still scarred from back when I actually played when I was a kid. All the
Yeah.
times they went by me, and like I had a couple times it went through my legs as an outfielder. Like you
Get
just want to
back,
die.
bitch.
You just want to die
Yeah.
because this feels so terrible. But fuck no, nothing got by. I clean gloved them all. I fucking and dude, I tried my hardest to rope it down there, but dude,
Listen, the throw doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the because they can cut it.
but dude, the guys before me, man, they'd already been playing minor leagues. They'd already been playing.
Yeah.
This is no joke. And so they were like, well, we're not going to give you that part. And I was like, all right. So I was like, well, fuck me, right? I'm about an hour out of Atlanta. And the casting director, Jackie Birch, who's famous for, she was casting director on Die Hard. Like, so shout out to Jackie. Jackie gave me my first start. I used to cut her grass and like do all
Not
her
a Christmas movie.
the hell no, it ain't a Christmas movie. And so like I used to cut her grass. I used to take care of all her shit, and like she was going back and forth from Atlanta to here. And so anyway, so she calls me like an hour out. She's like, "Can you come back like right now?" I was like, she's like, "You can try out for this other part. It's a little more dicey of a part in the movie, but like you can come back." And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, you turn, motherfucker.
I sprinted to that office, man, sweating bullets, dude.
And maybe that's why you got it, because it gave you like, oh, okay, you didn't want me for that. I'm about to come hard.
Oh, I went hard as shit, dude.
Yeah.
I went so hard, and then and I nailed it, and then go back to that.
Not
and all
having
that.
to field 90-mile-an-hour baseballs probably.
Yeah, and so that was pretty cool, man. You just got to be, just chilling on the sidelines. But the Iron Man 3 thing was so crazy because I had never seen any of the Iron Man movies. I'm not a comic book guy. I don't look at those kind of movies, period.
I didn't even know who he was.
Like, my brother talks so much shit about me. Like, dude, you're a fucking actor and you hate everything. I'm like, dude, I don't hate everything. I just like what I like. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need action, like, cartoony movies. But anyway, I was in it. And, dude, it was so serious because these, like, comic people take it so serious, Marvel people. I would get off the van from they picked me up at the hotel. You
Mhm.
come off the van. They had fucking umbrellas out to hide my face and hide everything because all these people were trying to get sneak peeks on their phone
On who was who,
on who was who and who's going to the movie because I'm in the Marvel database as Chad Davis.
yeah. That's pretty.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah.
Should we just make you an action figure?
You might as well. Like Bradley, shout out to Bradley, dude. He wanted to make me one. Like, he kept threatening to do it.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. So I'm literally walking around with these people with fucking umbrellas. I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
I'm official.
This is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And like,
You got a trailer and all that shit, right?
yeah, I was. Well, no, not like the big one, but like, yeah. I mean, the standard that you're in like a little trailer. They got these trailers with little rooms in them. It's all the day players. So like a day player is like, 1 to 3 scenes,
Right.
handful of lines. Day
Mhm.
player, you're there 2 or 3 days, 1 day, that kind of deal.
Right.
But because I was originally booked on this for 2 weeks, and it got because they had a larger script, and this also happens in
I remember that got cut.
yeah, this also happens in movies. Like they overwrite and then slim down, and then they edit, and then they so the film gets smaller as they go, So anywho, so that was that, and they stripped my thing down to like 2 days of work, but I didn't care because I was on at one point the highest grossing film in the world, and
Yeah.
and that's fucking nuts.
1.3 billion.
Yeah, I don't even remember the number, but
It was 1.3.
it was
billion.
fucking wild. And like, so at that point you're like, all right, let's keep going. I didn't get shit for a year and a half after that.
I know, man. It was full steam ahead, and then it just
everything just
shit the bed, dude.
Yeah, but then it got back going, and dude, I've had some other like day player roles and stuff.
You know what I think your best acting performance was, or segment, I think, is the scene, and this is gonna sound great, in that BET joint.
Yeah, I nailed that.
You nailed that, and I'm gonna post that scene. You crushed that shit. You're in a BET episode.
Yeah, that scene was so BET
Tales.
It's called Tales. It was the first season. A scene in it, like, so basically it was like white people were black
Wasn't it
people.
episode 1, right?
Yeah. So Irv Gotti, if y'all know who he is, he developed this whole show. Like, when the police shootings were really at a high, and they developed this show, making like, so the white people were.
Irv Gotti was Ja Rule's manager.
Yeah, so white people were like mainly occupants of the ghetto, and then it was roles were.
I get it, roles reversed.
That's what they wanted to portray, right? So I was like, okay, I get it, and I just.
You're being interviewed on the news is what the scene is.
Yeah, the scene, and like he's asking me how I feel about police shootings and all that.
And that dude's fairly popular too. I forget his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either, but
he's in a lot of shit.
But I will say it was like.
So you Chet Hanks, which.
Yeah, Tom Hanks' son. Yeah, Chet. Or whatever.
He talks Jamaican now, which I don't know.
Does he really? That's good.
Like, I don't know why he does it. It's like really
well, good for him. I mean, that's good. But anywho, dude, I will say that out of everything I've done was, I would say, the most like, tense I've felt, because to be honest, I wanted to show his side of the story and how he felt about it,
right,
to the best of my ability. But you got 50, 100 people in there, all like have been in this entertainment thing for years, and I'm like, they're expecting me, because this segment in the thing is like literally, it's like their voice, right?
Yeah. What
they're trying to say in this whole show, of this episode, and so that was the most like nerve-wracking. Thank the good Lord, thank Irv Gotti, thank everybody else that was the first day of filming for me,
Yeah.
Because I got it out of the way.
Yeah.
I didn't have to think about it, and so I did it that first day and just did it the best.
Because you killed that shit. But
it was all like, I'm all corny looking, like the fucking bandana and all that shit.
Yeah, the chain and all that shit.
Like, somebody, I'd never forget it, man. I was so embarrassed. Like, yeah, y'all seen Trailer Park Boys? Somebody commented online like, "Yo, this dude looks like J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys."
Oh, damn.
And I was like, man, fuck me. So I used to rap. I don't anymore. I'm 28 at the time, and now these dudes are fucking clowning me being J-Rock. And I was like, you just can't do shit. But it was my first troll on the internet that really trolled my ass. I was like, God dang. But anyway, dude, I fucking did the best I could. And I actually went to I don't even know if I could tell that story, but.
Yeah, hell yeah, you can tell a story.
All right. Well, I went to the.
You went to a strip club, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, I'm just not.
You're in Atlanta.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not the part I'm talking about. But yeah, I went to the strip club in Magic City with Irv Gotti and them, and that was fucking.
In VIP with Irv Gotti and Black. Like, we're talking like old school Murder Inc. Like.
Yeah. Like.
Crazy.
50 Cent's rivals, it's
funny because the biggest 50 Cent fans.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't even 50 Cent was like who I listened to.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Dude and all them, and it's like, dude, these guys have no clue. I don't even know one of their fucking songs. Like, I don't even care.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
But you're getting, the VIP with Irv Gotti. It's crazy.
But what was cool, dude, I played some of Mikey's songs, because Mikey occasionally makes a song. So Mikey had made like a handful of songs recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the trailer with Irv Gotti's like dudes that have been with him forever. One guy named Black Child, playing it for him and his homie or whatever from New York, just chiefing down doobies. Like they were chiefing them. And we blasted. We played like 6 songs for him. Like, dude, somebody came by, like one of the PAs, like the production assistant was like, "You gotta turn that down." And like one of the guys was like in the group was like, "Nah." And I was like, "What he said?" Like, obviously they're in charge, not you.
Right.
And so that's what was cool, man. I had a great fucking time, to be honest with you. That was a great experience. But fucking Tesh. So Tesh was like, "Yeah, man, I'll get you in a cheap hotel. I'll get you somewhere real fucking, cheap, accessible." Because, I hate technology, this, that, and the other. Tesh put my ass in, like, the 4th Ward in Atlanta in a Red Roof Inn. I check in. The guy at the counter, like, you know, from India or whatever, was like, okay, I need your credit card ID, standard shit. And he goes, this your real address? And I was like, yeah. He's like, this current? You know, I was like, yeah. He goes, you know, just in case something happens to, you know, I was like, do what now? And he's like, yeah, you know, he's like, don't go like back behind the thing. And like, he's like, you know, everywhere else is fine. He's full of fucking shit. I'm talking like in the middle of Atlanta paying $150 a night for like a week. Yeah. And dude, they're selling crack outside. Like, they doing all kind of shit. There were sirens every 2 minutes. Like, dude, there was clouds of weed everywhere. Yeah. Like, Tesh put me right in the zone, dog. But you know what? I was fucking thankful because I was in the element, dog. Yeah. So I went on walkabout. I had like a little fucking knife or some shit, you know. But I just went on walkabout, dude. I went and bought 40s because I mean, obviously I like 40s anyway. Right. I was just chilling outside, drinking, just doing my thing. Like occasionally get harassed. You're like, you know, yo, you party, you trying to coke up. So you know, I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good.
I'm good. This malt liquor is
good yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. Yeah. I mean, I only did it a few times, but it was enough to get you there. Mm-hmm. You know, because the whole thing was like I was supposedly in a gang on the show and all that kind of shit.
Right, I put you in the element.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Fuck Tesh, but fuck yeah for Tesh.
That's crazy how that shit works.
Isn't it? Happy accidents.
Yeah, it's wild. You did that show. You met Michael K. Williams, right? Chalky White.
Yeah, if you've seen Boardwalk Empire, Chalky White, the guy, he had a scar on his face, like all that, and that's real. And anyway, dude, we talked in the trailer for like a long time about NCAA basketball.
You had a gnarly mullet.
Oh, dude, it was disgusting. It was called, God, I can't remember the name right now. Damn, that's embarrassing. But anyway, we can put that up there, dude. But they like. And that was the first time they had like an attached hair to me. They put the fucking tinfoil and all this weird shit up in there and like had plugs.
The mullet's crazy looking.
Yeah, dude. I just look redneck as fuck. And you know what's crazy on the editing? They like kind of made my hair more of a reddish tint. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is under my neck and everything. Like they kind of made it that tint to make it look even more dirty,
it
I
looks
guess.
Legit.
Oh, yeah. But it wasn't. It hurt like shit. You couldn't move your head. It was like you had a neck brace on. It's fucking weird.
Damn.
But anyway, dude, so I've done stuff like that, and
yeah, but then you took it to another level.
Yeah.
And you wrote, co-directed.
No, I did not produce.
Not produce. Okay, so you wrote and starred in your own TV pilot, right? TV show.
Yes, I wrote a pilot, and then I hired out production companies and
you were the lead actor in it.
Yeah, lead actor in it, and compiled the whole thing and shot a pilot. You know, because I was like, again, it was kind of like, you know, you do the acting thing for a while, and it's like, all right, you're getting some day player lines, you're doing this, you're doing that, that's great, but I want a next level. So, dude, I saved my money up. I got, like, for a while, and then I knew I was going to have a decent tax return, like a refund. Right. And so took that and then saved a little more money, and then pitched in along with my parents and my aunt. Thank you to all. And then everybody, all my friends helped with the production, like, you know, on set and stuff, which was great.
This is like the biggest project we've
ever
been involved in.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money on it, and it was legit cameras and did all that stuff, and that was crazy. And that was like, I will say that was my worst performance I've ever done because I was focused on everything else. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so tried to get that done, had like, you know, caught some slack from one of the guys I hired, and so production was slowed up. You know, the post-production was slowed tremendously, and I'm still frustrated about it, but nothing I can do now. But anyway, so I finally get it done, man. I get all this shit going. Boom.
You guys, you and Utesh.
January happened.
Yeah, you and Utesh are downtown at the new pier, whatever the restaurant was on the pier, the new Pier 90. I don't know.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Whatever. Buying PPD, that nice ass shit. Discussing renting it out for the premiere of your pilot. Mm-hmm. And then a week later, the world shut down.
Yep, just like that, dude. I'm talking stopped on a dime. No March Madness, no nothing.
Nothing, dude.
And
March 16th is the day.
And so, like a lot of industries, the entertainment industry, like for the first time and probably forever, halted. Like halted, because you even going back to The Sopranos, there's a fucking scene in it, and Tony Soprano's talking to the guys having a meeting. He was like, you know, He's like two things that can avoid a recession. He said, our thing and the entertainment business. But for the first time ever, there was no concerts, no movie theaters, no fucking nothing. Just stopped. And I was like, oh, shit. So then I was caught holding the bag with a lot of money down the hole, a product with nowhere to pitch it because everybody's like, well, you know, that's great and all, but we got all these other stuff that we've already bought that's now stopped.
Right.
So you got to play catch up on everything. So you're not just in the back, you're in the far fucking back of the line, binocular, like.
Now you got to wait another year for everything to catch back. I mean, things are, as far as that goes, I think are kind of getting back to normal.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they are. You have to do all these fucking COVID tests, like,
sure,
a lot.
There's hoops, but at least it's moving.
Yeah, that's all that matters. That's great. But so, you know, we were caught in that, and then that's when me and Johnny here were like, well, actually, Little Daniel said something about making a podcast.
He did. Shout out Daniel, man. He listens to everyone.
Yeah, shout out Daniel Mack, Little Daniel, Chucka, Downtown Dan.
Oh,
any of the names you want to call him. But shout out to him. So he threw this little bug in my ear, and I talked to John about it. And John's like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. And I said, you promise? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, let's buy some mics.
Yeah.
And we bought some fucking mics.
We didn't know, like, but that's what it is, though, because it's always searching for that, like, creative, right? There's always that creative fire.
That's my thing.
And,
yeah.
like, your show is done. I'm getting ready to be like, all right, we're going to push. And now, like, I wasn't involved in the production of the show by any means. They use my Xbox highlights. Actually, I am in the show.
Yeah.
As a voiceover.
Yep. And your FIFA highlights.
And my FIFA highlights. Yeah, that's me banging goals, bitch. You better look at a Vite Iverson. You understand me?
Oh my
Anyways, but I'm like, all right, now we got to figure out social media. We got to figure out, like, the whole market. So behind the scenes, I'm thinking marketing, and just everything just comes to a fucking screeching halt. Like, it was the most depressing thing ever. I mean, I had talked to you and Tesh, like, literally that day. Oh, yeah, we're going down there. We're going to rent out this place, the whole deal. And then it just...
Yeah, it was depressing as shit. And so the thing is, I've never had a premiere, never had all that. So we've kind of decided, like, you know what? I'll do this podcast. And I'll be honest with you. Could it have been better? Yes. Everything could have always been better. But I think for my first go-around on a production, I think it was all right. Because I got into one film festival. Shout out to Taylor, a.k.a. Scene again. We went down to Atlanta. Did that film festival, shut it down. Let me tell you something. Dude,
Taylor had to drive home the next day because you were so...
Oh, I was so hungover, man. But we didn't have a cooler or nothing. And, like, the shit was real vague. Like, I didn't know if there was going to be drinks because of COVID, all that mess. So we bought some beers, and we took the trash can from the hotel room and, like, put ice in it and stuffed it in my book bag, and we made a makeshift cooler like that and showed up to the festival. You know, so
the little baby trash cans?
Yeah, the little bins under the desk.
Yeah, with, like, the plastic bags that, like,
you
used to get at the candy shop to put your fucking Sour Patch Kids in.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So that's what we did, and obviously my book bag got fucking soaking wet, but so I was up there, like, I had to give a little speech, you know, afterwards, and, like, talk to
Did you do a Q&A?
Fuck yeah.
Everybody asked questions?
Yeah, dude, everybody had a Q&A. Taylor has it on film, but he did a Bush League job of filming it, but he still filmed it.
Probably hammered.
Oh, he was hammered. We were all hammered. Like, afterwards, we were, like, they didn't have liquor, but they had champagne and wine. We were taking shots of those with, like, the other film people.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, because, like, Georgia at the time was like, whatever, COVID, don't care, because this was late summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real late summer. But shout out to Taylor. So that was awesome. We were there, held that down, did that. And that thus far has been the highlight of me making the show, because there's everybody in that audience asking questions didn't know who the hell I was at all. At all.
Yeah, I mean, and how long was it, like 26 minutes?
No, the show is 22 minutes.
22 minutes.
On the nose. And also we had the only actor that showed up was Zane. So shout out to Zane. Hope you're doing good, my brother. And he drove us home that night. Drove us back to the hotel.
And thanks for the ride.
Yeah, and I'm still down to go fishing and play golf whenever. Because I think you tune in, and I hope you heard it. So whenever you come up, my brother.
So that is on, that show is Pilots.
Yeah, like I said, so the catch with this is, y'all can see, I'm going to put it out there so you can just watch it if you want to when we hit 1,000 followers.
1,000 followers on Instagram.
Yep. So we're close, but we're still a little ways off. So once we get 1,000 followers, I'll like,
Yeah,
we'll drop a
300
line. We'll
followers,
talk
man.
about it, and put it out there.
Yeah,
so.
you'll know. Cause it was. I mean, you busted your ass for that shit.
I did, man.
That was crazy.
I did. I couldn't believe it. Shout out to Seth Crawley, for showing up, being in the background, and as well as Taylor. So, and Utesh for helping out. You know, with all the, he was on set a couple times helping out with production. So.
But it was wild, like to show up on set where you were filming, and people would be like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, relax."
Oh yeah, when
like,
I was finally in charge,
I'm with the guy.
Yeah,
right?
To be in charge was fucking great.
I walked in and someone was giving me a hard time one time, and James goes, "Hey, well, he's with me."
Yeah, like I'm paying the bills here.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Can I get you anything?" I'm like, "I'm cool, man."
That was great. Like, dude, the funny story from that, like the scene that Taylor and Seth were in downtown at that bar.
Yeah,
they were like, "Man, can we fuck?" Because they took the day off work. They're like, "Man, can we fucking drink?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck."
With the bar, like,
but no. So they went to the gas station and bought some 12-packs.
Oh, the market.
Yeah, and brought it back. And the wardrobe lady, I can't remember her name right now, but the wardrobe lady saw them like slamming beers outside, and like before they came in, and then they came in with the beers after I.
It's at Growlers.
Yeah,
great place.
And so she comes in. Oh my god, like these guys are being unprofessional as can be, and this, that, and the other. And I was like, what are they doing? She goes, they're drinking beers. I was like, this whole show's about drinking beers and smoking weed and everything else. Like, what are you talking about? She goes, that's just unprofessional. I was like, well, with all due respect, this is mine. This is my show, and they can do what they want to do, period. And so that felt fucking great. I'll be honest with you. And that's why I do eventually, if this whole podcast thing works, I want to create an entertainment empire. The big dreams. I'm talking. We've always wanted our own radio station.
That's what. Yeah, that was the dream.
You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted to make movies. So I got movies like written down, like outlines of them on the hopper, like in the hopper, ready to rock. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like,
that's why we're doing this though, because it's like a creative burn, man. Like
exactly.
You need to do something.
So getting back, to bring this all full circle, man. That's how we landed on this podcast, and and we were thinking like, what we want this podcast to be. So in my head, and John concurs with this, like it's Joe Rogan meets Dirty Jobs meets Barstool kind of deal. Like right. That's what we're going for, and like we're really interested in y'all.
Exactly.
We want to see like what y'all got going on in your life. Like I've been, we were on there following, fishermen, hunters, athletes, musicians. Doesn't matter. We want to know about everybody else.
Yeah. And like we've been, I messaged with that kid, subscribe to his YouTube thing, and he's like gaming. He like puts up gaming highlights.
Yeah, I mean that's
and he followed the podcast, and it's just like, man, people out there just trying to find something to do. They're trying to find
exactly. And a lot of people that I've noticed since like I've never been on Instagram so much in my life, but I've noticed like a lot of people are trying to showcase what they got.
Right.
And my thing is like, well, fuck it, we'll showcase it. Like, what you got going on, man?
Yeah,
real, like we'd like to know. So anyway,
have some stories.
If you'd like to come on the show and promote yourself or whatever you got going on, hit us up.
For real, man. Come with it.
And that's dead serious.
Come with it, because like we're just always wanted to do like this whole, and like now looking at if we had this equipment back then.
Oh my god,
dude.
But yes, you're right. We've always wanted to do something entertainment
wise. We've always wanted to be behind the mic.
Yep.
And like maybe not so. I mean, we're funny, but I think more so we're just positive, just fucking regular people, man.
Oh yeah, we're real for sure. And
so that's it, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's like a little bit about us and kind of why we're here and what all we got going on. But at this point in time, per usual, we're going to hit up some sports.
Sports picks. Last week, we got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Well, that happens sometimes in gambling.
I lost the bet. Texas Tech won by 9. You're right.
Yeah, old McClung.
Denny's explanation of why he was going to take Texas had me sold. And
I stood strong in my convictions.
You did. You stood very strong.
Hell yeah.
Illinois won by 5 against Wisconsin. UNC beat Florida State. I thought I said Florida State was going to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, we all did.
We all did.
What?
I also said VT would win by 20. Turns out they won by 38.
Yeah, you fucking murked that one. So we got some wins and losses in there.
Easy peasy. Although, quit bullshitting with all these canceled games. You're pissing me off.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
Get it together, Blacksburg. Louisville at Duke. Duke lost, and I'm sorry, Denny. What the fuck are they doing? It's bad. They lost again the other night.
Look, they're not going to the tournament. It's not happening. Sorry about it. Unless they pull a rabbit out of the hat and win the ACC tournament, I don't think it's happening.
Right, and we'll talk about that.
Well, UNC is not far off from being. I don't think they're going to make it either, or they shouldn't.
We're going to talk about that last.
Anyway.
And then Baylor at Kansas. Kansas slapped the shit out of Baylor. Whoops.
Yeah, fuck Kansas, though. Still.
Whoops. Tomorrow we have Florida State, actually Saturday, yeah. Okay, Saturday, Florida State versus Notre Dame. Florida State's -6.5. I'm going to take that. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that. Oklahoma State at West Virginia. West Virginia -7. This is going to be a great game.
I'm not taking West Virginia -7. I'm taking Oklahoma State plus.
You're going to take Oklahoma State.
For sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to ride with that.
Yeah,
I like Oklahoma State. They've been playing with tenacity.
Great word.
I feel like I should be on ESPN. But that's going to be the game to watch Saturday for sure. On Sunday, there's Illinois, number 4 Illinois, and number 7 Ohio State. Ohio State's -2. This is a good game.
Ohio State.
Okay, I'm going to take Illinois just because I don't know, so I'm going to take the opposite.
Yeah, I'm going to Ohio State.
Okay, well,
that's
I'm going to
headed.
take Illinois +2, so that's all I got for you. But the game of the weekend, and even though they're not ranked, it doesn't matter because it's a top 5 rivalry in sports.
Yep.
For sure. Is Duke at UNC.
Mm-hmm.
UNC is -2.5 for good reason. I'm going to use my EPL term, my terminology here since I got it. Their form is on right now. Duke's form's off, okay?
It is, man, but just from watching those rivalries like my whole fucking life, being from here.
Right.
They usually go back and forth.
Dude, it's to the wire every time. It's like
what I'm saying is like if one wins one the other time, they're winning the next.
Exactly. And like listen, this is the kind of game where like even if you don't watch sports, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's that historical, it's that competitive. Like the record is so even, the amount of points scored is so
the
even.
rivalry is real.
The rivalry is real. That's the best way to put it. Yeah.
I mean, it's simple, but
they're 8 miles. The schools are located 8 miles away from each other, and they're powerhouses.
And for that reason, though, like because this happens a lot, so it's Duke at UNC. UNC's favored. I'm going with Duke though, because they've been playing like shit. They've had some tough losses.
And that was my next thing. Form doesn't fucking matter.
Nope. It goes out the fucking window because it happens all the time. And I remember from
one
being
could be
a kid,
number 1, the other one could be 50.
Yeah, I remember being a kid, man. Like one would win at one, at one school, one would win at the other.
Yep.
The home team would like lose a lot. And I was like, what the fuck? They had the fans and everything, but like, dude, Duke would just stab you in the heart, like you'd be crying. Like
it'd be awesome. They'd beat UNC and then Virginia Tech would come down and just stab them in the heart. So I don't know why. Like February 26th is the date. Virginia Tech has played Duke on that day like 3 or 4 times in the last 6 or 7 years, and we've won every time on that date.
Wow,
it's crazy. But either way, this is like I said, if you don't even watch sports, like just watch.
But you're taking UNC.
Yeah, I'm gonna take UNC because of how they've been playing. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm taking Duke because of the rivalry, and Captain DW.
Captain DW. Thanks. Again.
He's the biggest Duke fan ever,
dude.
This man tops the cake. Like,
right, and like he doesn't go to the games, but
he's been to one.
Right, he's been to one. But if they're playing, like you're just not gonna get a hold.
Honestly, every time. All right. And like I'm a Carolina fan naturally. Because my dad liked Carolina, and so on and so on. But watching Denny watch a Duke game is the most intense shit you'll ever be a part of.
Yeah, like
you would think if I could transfer his amount of heart and dedication to the team to the players on the court, they wouldn't lose a game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And like when he watches, it's not just like, come on, score. It's like, switch off on that man. Like he's like yelling, like he knows the game.
You're talking about a guy who fucking fishes and hunts and plays golf and is an expert at fucking college basketball.
It's incredible. Like, you would think he's an assistant coach.
Yeah, he should be. To be real with you,
should be.
Fuck.
Yeah, Virginia Tech was supposed to play this weekend against NC State, but it got canceled because we suck. Even if we were to play, though, I know that you NC State boys needed that win for the tournament. It wasn't gonna happen. So
nah, dude, y'all are trash.
But man, that's it. We got some things in the works coming up soon.
Yep.
I hope everybody enjoys their Friday night, enjoys their weekend. We'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah, man. It's a new era. And we ain't talking city cats. No more home back. Nope. Y'all got to make some room, baby. We got these haters running like they on treadmills. Yeah. Hey, Rex, how you feel? I'm bout it. Hey, Mike, how you feel? I'm bout it. On the grind, getting money, we count it. Street shepherds gon' blow, so shout it. Hey, Rex, how you feel? I'm bout it. Hey, Mike, how you feel? I'm bout it. On the grind, getting money, we count it. Street shepherds gon' blow, so shout it. If you want it, come get it. I'll leave you explicit. Pop it, don't miss it. Cops know say did it. Pissed on the shit. Man, you can't hit it. 4300 block home and make a visit. The ball, I said it. Got chips, let's bet it. Streets are reppin'. Pussies are wet. These rappers in the game are faking them prosthetics. Ask somebody, I got Visa credit. You can find me around G's like F and H. Not talking about numbers when I say you get 8. Never been phony. Ass big homie. All about cheese and you all about baloney. Shout this, shout that. Count stacks, doubt that. Wanna be G? I'm about that. Don't like my squad, we don't like you neither. Come round like religion and make you a believer. Hey Rex, how you feel? I'm bout it. Hey Mike, how you feel? I'm bout it. On the grind, getting money, we count it. Street shepherds gon' blow, so shout it. Hey Rex, how you feel? I'm bout it. Hey Mike, how you feel? I'm bout it. On the grind, getting money, we count it. Street shepherds gon' blow, so shout it. Cop me a 40, the Coke 45, OE Magnum, that'll get the place live. Then we ride till dawn. My mind seems gone, but still strong. Waking up in the morning, gotta get my dough to bake that bread. I want my name like hair, so it's stuck in your head. Like meth in belly, I bowed it. We show up at the party, now it's crowded. And all the girls say, hey, they know I'm blowing up, but I can't hold up. Gotta stack the fold up, then some biz I gotta finish. I grind to get on and say life's like chess. Well, I've never been a pawn. Enemy, wanna be me? Let's see. Goes right to a verse, but it won't be free. Street shepherds involved, then you know it's a crisis. Make your head roll back like Walmart prices. Hey Rex, how you feel? I'm bout it. Hey Mike, how you feel? I'm bout it. On the grind, getting money, we count it. Street shepherds gon' blow, so shout it.